Welcome. Now, I know I haven't posted a video in a while, but I will be explaining this in another video for another time. I am currently working on my channel, and other ideas I could go over in, videos I will be doing in the future. So we have a lot of information to go over, so let's get right into it. Now today I wanted to talk about the Markovian Parallax Denigrate. This is an old internet mystery, and yeah, it looks like there's not many YouTubers that have made videos about this. There's a few, but they're mostly countdown videos and stuff, so I'll make a little video on that. So is it spam mail, troll, or an artificial intelligence used to cover up 9/11? The theories on on the Markovian Parallax Denigrate are pretty wide, but I'll go over my findings. Now there is not many articles about this. There is many accounts, made by websites and all, but I haven't been able to find a really good source of information. And again, this mystery is pretty old. It goes back to 1996, so it's a long damn time ago. Now I began my investigation in the matter on the Daily Dot News website, which I thought looked more, it looked like better information than the other websites who reported on that. And the official story behind that is that the Markovian Parallax Denigrate refers to a series of articles posted on the Usenet. Now I'm going to show you that right now. This is the article. I'll post a link down below, but it's not really complicated to find if you search for the Markovian Parallax Denigrate, which I'll call the MPD for the sake of this video because I don't want to make it too long. If you search for that on Google, you'll find that the Daily Dot article is the first one that pops up, and it's understandable because it is probably the best one out there. So basically, if people are unfamiliar with the Usenet, it's basically the official definition of what it is. It's an early non-centralized computer network for the discussion of particular topics and sharing of files via newsgroup. Now, let's think of this like a old Reddit, but people could actually create their newsgroup and share information like this. And this is, remember that Google didn't even exist back then. So it's a long damn time ago, and people would just create those pages or chats, let's say chats, and they could transfer informations to one another. And it was usually people who were very familiar with computer and IT who would use that, because not everyone really used that. What happened is that those messages began to pop up on different newsgroup, and people suspected that there was actually somebody, it wasn't spam. People thought it was really someone doing those ciphers and those codes and posting them on the newsgroup. So after reading the article on the Daily Dot, I have to say that I'm not convinced. I know this is an unresolved mystery and it's old, but the sources are either they're hard to find or I'm failing miserably at my attempt to investigate this subject. Now, I've tried to search Google for the earliest reference about this, and this is really easy to do. You basically use the custom range on the search bar here, and I searched for custom range from 1990 because I wanted to be sure that it was the earliest statement of that, and 1999. So I found this Wikibin article. And I'm not a big fan of Wikibin, but it seems to be the earliest reference to the MPD. So the page I'm showing you right now is the entry from 1996. Now I'm not really sure what it is. Like I said, I'm not a big fan, but it's pretty interesting nonetheless. Sorry. Um, it contains few information I like to talk about. The reference to Susan Lindauer really, people always talk about that. So, who she is? Basically, let's check her Wikipedia page. So basically, Susan Lindauer is some kind of reporter, or at least she's a reporter, but she was acting as a spy or a double agent back in the back in maybe 2000s or something. She is related to the good old CIA, and she says she was an asset for the agency. So that's what she says. I don't know if there was confirmation that she really worked for them. She was arrested in March of 2004 for acting as an unregistered agent of a foreign government. And she apparently received money from the Iraqi government and supposedly had ties to Saddam Hussein. She also published a book called Extreme Prejudice, the terrifying story of the Patriot Act and cover-ups of the 9/11 and Iraq war and blah blah blah. So she kind of looks like this kind of person, you just see on conspiracy theories article and stuff, website that really go over this stuff. It really looks like this kind of character here. I'm unfamiliar with her because I really just heard about her in the MPD investigation, but I've never heard about her in the news or anything. So I have no idea what she's done other than what the Wikipedia says. Now, why is she referred in the cipher? Which, if you go on, the Wikibin page, you can see that she is referred to. Where is she referred to? Yeah, it says here that she's referred to as Susan Lindauer, and remember that. No, it's right here. Remember that this is before we even knew she existed, so it's pretty weird. But this is the only website, at least on Google, that references the MPD mystery. So there's nothing else. Well, at least that Google shows us that reference the Markovian parallax. So this is already how can I say, it's already a red dot for me, because I don't think that if this mystery was so big at the time and all, that there would be only one page referring to it back in 1996 when that all happened, apparently. Now, the big theory behind this is that it could be an very early internet number station. Now, I've spoken about number station before, and there's an interesting video about it. I'll post it in the description. It's made by Truth Loader, pretty nice YouTube channel for some mysteries and all, and I'll post that in there. Now, another thing that's interesting in this page is that apparently the explanation behind the designation of the name of that mystery, I guess, or the name they use to post those message or cipher, whatever you want to call it, it actually refers to the Markov chains, a processing method used by some language parsing and generation techniques in the natural language processing field of artificial intelligence. Now, that's the official explanation they give on the Wikibin page, but I'll try to sort it out, because even when I read that for the first time, I was like, what the heck is that? So I have no freaking clue what that means, but I did what every good investigator does, and I Googled it, So apparently the Markov chain, I don't know if I'm getting it right, but whatever, also called the Markov process after the mathematician Andrew Markov, is the process of creating or process of creation, perhaps, a process of states. It will tell you the probability of hopping or switching from state to state. So let's put that, let's rephrase that. If I understand correctly, it means that the Markov chain is basically when you say that you are in a present state or you are in many states, but you can predict with the chain what state you will be going to or hopping from. So let's say right now I'm doing a video for YouTube. This is my present state, but I also have a state where I'm recording voice. I have another state that I'm eating an apple, perhaps. So the Markov chain basically tells you, statistically, what are my chances of hopping from states to states. So that's what I understand from, I'm not a big math fan. I've done math in college and I almost failed miserably, but this is what I understand. So you're free to go and do your research yourself or correct me in the comments. I don't mind that because it's really complicated to understand from my point of view, but that's basically what I get. On the other hand, a parallax is the displacement or difference in apparent position of an object viewed along two different lines of sight, and it's measured by the angle or semi-angle of inclination between those two lines. So basically what that means is that you can see different things depending on which angle you look at it, and that's my basic understanding, guys. But it's like in middle school when you used to play with those mirrors and the geometric forms. It's depending on what angle you put your mirror on, you can see different angles. So I guess that's what a parallax is. But again, I'm not a mathematician. I'm not an expert in those subjects. So I really enjoy if somebody would correct me on that. And finally, denigrate means to criticize unfairly or to speak, like to critique stuff without any reason. So what does that have to do with the ciphers or the kind of gibberish, MPV was kind of, because it's the subject of the message is that Markovian parallax denigrate. So what does that have to do with the rest of this stuff here, the kind of gibberish we see here? And we have another example of what we could see here. That's an image that I've seen quite a few times for no reason. It's used for a lot of stuff. It's not only used for the Markovian parallax denigrate, but it's used for other stuff. So I think that the cipher was named because of a cryptic mathematical theory. So there's something mathematical, or I don't know, something about ciphers and stuff. It relates to that. I'm pretty sure it relates to that, but again, I'm not an expert. Now the Wikibin, again, because it's probably the best source of information I've got right now, because it's the only one. The Wikibin suggests it may have something to do with artificial intelligence, and many believe that since the cipher appeared on the Usenet. So I'm not an expert on artificial intelligence, and I didn't take that class in college, but if I were to believe that this is an artificial intelligence, I need a lot more to convince myself. Apparently there was thousands and thousands of messages being sent on the Usenet's newsgroup containing this designation, the MPV or MPD, Markovian parallax denigrate. Now, apart from all that, all I could find was some transcript like this or this, and really nothing pops out to me. Like, I really don't see anything to convince me that this is not a big hoax. And my personal opinion on this is that it's most likely a troll, a big internet troll. Now, the only thing that would convince me otherwise is the Susan Lindauer reference. That's the only thing that convinced me otherwise. If she admitted, because she never admitted to having a part in that, if she admitted to having a part in that, I would probably believe, that there's something to do with, intelligence, sending intelligence to other agents and stuff, like some kind of number station, let's say. I believe that, but I'm not ready to believe that right now. And if you search for MPD on Google, you'll find that there is no real source of information. There's no Reddit post. There's some Reddit posts, but there's no interesting Reddit posts made by people who investigated the matter. And there's practically no videos on YouTube apart from what I said earlier, the top 10 internet mystery compilations. There's nothing on YouTube, and there's nothing new about it. Also, it's just sitting there as a big mystery, but there's nothing new about it, and that's pretty weird to me. It's a red flag for me. It's old, like I said, it's back 1996, a long time ago, and there's simply not enough information to say that it's artificial intelligence or a number station or some kind of intelligence exchange network, or I'd like that to be true, believe me guys. I really like to see that or to hear about that, but I think there is far better documented mysteries out there. There's mysteries who have a lot more truth behind it than this. So yeah, that's pretty much what I found. So if there's anything that I should add up, just be sure to let me know in the comments. And again, just if you want to take a read, I'll post what I use for this video on the description. And if you enjoyed my videos, don't forget to like and send a little subscribe down to my subscriber list if you want. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos, because I'll be making more videos, and I hope to find better content as time goes on. So yeah, thank you for watching.